Hello everyone, good morning. This is Zach from Inspur. Thank you for your time and let's continue our training for Inspur product. Here is the contents of this course about Inspur products. First, Inspur product line. Second, naming specifications for servers. And third, product description. And the fourth, topical issue. So the first part is about Inspur product line. Here we list our series S, TS, AS, NF, SA, and security products and service products. So actually, usually in your country, in England, in UK, so the server should belongs to NFSA series. For example, Universal Server Products, Tower, Rack, and Blade. And for example, this time for this project, the servers should be Rack. And Rack usually for 1U or 2U or 4U servers. And the second part is naming specification for servers. For example, this one, NF5280M4. NF means rack server, and 5 means the CPU, and the 2 means the height of the chassis. You must remember the number of the second one. 2 means the height. Maybe in the examination you will see this this number, or you should know the mean of this number. It means the height of the rack server. And the M4 means the generation. So far the current generation is M5, the newest. And for this project, the server should be M4 generation. And the third part is about product description. For this one is NF5170M4 and SA5112M4. 1 means 1U, 5 means CPU, and NF and SA means rack server, and M4 means generation, the fourth generation of Inspur product. And NF5170M4 is both highly integrated with the new generation of high-density 1U dial rack products in a limited space, offers a variety of cards and memory controller integrated solutions, and perfectly embodies the high-density characteristics. And here, this picture shows the front panel of this server. 2.5 and multiple edge tabs. And for the first one, it's the servers and the cabinet retaining tabs. It's a lever. You can lever it down, and there is a screw behind this. And the second one is the front VGA interface. And the third one is front USB 3.0 interface. This one is the server switch button. You can power on and power off with this button. This one is RD indicator and button. When you click this button, you will see the indicator turns to blue, and also at the back of the server you also can see the indicator. And for the 6, we will see the section 2.23, and here is the high drivers. And about this one is another kind of the front panel view, and it's 3.5 and multiple 4. But actually, all of the buttons almost are same. But for here, this one, there is a CDRM, and for and the 8 number, it means the 2.5-inch SSD. So you can insert 2.2-inch SSD in this server, but for 2.58 there is only 2.5 server SSD hard drives in this type of server. And here is the front control board key and pilot lamps. This one is USB, power button, and UID, and here is the network status indicator. This one is the memory fault indicator, power failure indicator, and overhead indicator, fan fault and system fault indicator. Usually there is no light for those indicators if the server works normal, but if there is any abnormal at any part, for example memory, so the memory fault indicator will be red. So when you see there is an indicator turns red, so or blink, so means there is something wrong with the server. You need to collect the logs or to do some diagnose. And here is the pilot lamp of hard disk bracket. There are 2 indicators on the hard drive. The first one is hard drive activity light, and the second one is hard drive failure warning indicator. And if for the first one, the hard drive activity light, it is steady green, it means the server, the hard drive works normal. But it fresh green, it means the hard drive is reading or writing something on this hard drive. And for the second indicator is hard drive failure warning. If this one steady red, it means this hard drive failure. And the solid blue, it means hard location. And the solid purple, it means red rebuilding. Usually when the red is building, there is alarming, but it also depends on the red card type. Usually the latest, the newest red card, there wouldn't be a alarm, but you can see the indicator will be solid purple. It means the red is rebuilding. But usually for our internet customer, for example Alibaba customer, usually they wouldn't make any red, but it depends. Most of the servers won't make red. And here is the rear panel. 2 power supply units and PCIe 8 and PCIe 16, and here is the IPMI management interface. So this interface, you need to remember, you can collect the you can log into the BMC via this interface, and here is the network card and the VGA and the USB here. And so, how to remove the chassis, the top chassis? Okay, first there is 2 buttons at each side of the server. So hold down left and right side of the chassis snap within the black block diagram. Here, there's 2 buttons. The chassis snap. So then horizontal direction of the array to push the chassis cover top of the chassis, and when the grab on the chassis cover panel and the front window between about 1 cm, then you can take out this top chassis of this server. Here is the motherboard installation. Please be noted the installation guide being a gigabit network card on the motherboard. You need to press the light pipe after pushing RO board blank, otherwise there is a risk of searing the light pipe. Here you can see the picture in the red square. And here is the power installation. Power installation, there is a sequence, there is an order for the installation. 0 first, 1 second. And the single power supply only should be installed in the 0. And here is the backboard of the hard drives. Open the retaining biker back either side of the 4 positional holes on the rear of the card is aligned on the chassis hook. So here there is 2 hooks on the back plane, so you can remove this back plane from the server. And here the pictures for the backboard of the hard drive backplane. There are some types according to the location of the hard drives. For example, 2.5 with 4 slots and 2.5 with 8 slots, and also you will can see some combination. For example, like 2.5 with 8, but also 2.5 with 2. There are 2 separated hard drive backplane. It can support 2.5 with 10 hard drives. And for this one is for the motherboard layout. Okay, first memory, CPU, fan, power supply, slots, and USB, and PCIe, and here is the SFP, network card, and VGA, and here is other, for example, how to clear the CMOS jumper. So you can use the jumper to clear the CMOS. And this one is TCM interface. Here, this one is the COM interface, etc. and front USB, built-in USB, and the front VGA interface. So here is the RPMI management for the BMC. You can use this interface to log into the BMC. And here is the power supply units, PSU0 and PSU1. So anyone, do you have any question for this product? NF5170M4, also named SA5112M4.
No, we have no questions at this time.
Do you have any question?
No questions.
That's okay.
Fine, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let's continue to the next product, NF5280M4. Actually, so what's the difference between the previous one? It's 2U, and the last one is 1U. So the number 1 and 2 can be recognized. So which one is 1U and which one is 2U? And also here is 7 and this one is 8. It means 8 is higher than 7. So almost most of the characteristics are same, but there is also some difference. So it's the NF5280M4, and its first is 2U, and there some characteristic is different with the 7 one. And also it can provide a lot of hard drives, and the type is also various. For example, this one is almost 24 hard drives, and this one is also 24, and this one is 12 hard drives. But this one, you see, a lot of hard drives is almost 25 hard drives. Very a lot of hard drives in this type. And so it's the order of the hard drives from the number from the left to right, and this one is the first level, the bottom, from the bottom left, and it's 0 and 1 2 3 4, and but for this one is from the top level and left is 0, and but this one you see is 0 1 is here. Is different from this one is horizontal, but this one is in another way. So when you replace the hard drive, for example, in our ticket you will see the location, the slot of the hard drive, but you also need to confirm with this picture which slot should be replaced when you be on site. And here is the front panel of the of this server, and all of the indicators are same. The system fault indicator, even the label are same here, and the memory fault, fan fault, power failure, overhead, and network status. And here is the description in detail. So you can see it when the indicator is abnormal. So you can see what's wrong with the server from the description. And here is the back of the server. First, please remember there are 4 hard drives. It's very important. Maybe you will see it in the examination. For this server, there are 4 hard drives at the back of the server. And here is the power supply units and PCIe, network interface, USB and VGA. And here for 11 is the RPMI management interface, and it's different from the last one. Last one is at the top and right of the back of the server. So it's another different. And here it's also different to remove the top of the chassis. So you need to use your screw to move to screw the button, to screw the click, and lift it up so that you can remove this top of the server. And here is about the motherboard installation. And at the internal of the chassis, there is at the side of here, you can see the first picture in the red square. There is back original tracking remover. So you need to remove it. It's only a plastic one. It's a plastic part. Maybe you can fix the cables, the inner cables of the server with this plastic part. And here, the chassis flat on the table, and you can use this button. Lift this self-locking. First, lift it and remove this motherboard in the front towards to the front of the server. Then the motherboard can be removed from the top of the chassis. It's very easy because there is no screw, only a self-lock here. And here is the power supply installation. And usually if there is only one single power supply, so you just install the power supply 0. You needn't to install the power supply 1. So don't make any mistake about the installation of the power supply. Otherwise, the server will give you a warning. So it's and our customer will submit the ticket to us. So remember, power supply unit 0 first. And here is the backplane of the installation for the hard drives. Actually, as I mentioned, for the first product, there is a lever here. You need to release it first in the direction towards you, and lift it, lift up and then you can remove from the bottom from the server. But don't forget to remove the hard drives from the backplane first. Otherwise, you can't remove it. If you, but also you can if you with force. And here is the 3.58 configuration of the hard drive backplane. Is from the bottom to the top, and also there is a lever here, so you can remove it. And also on another side, maybe at the top, this one is at the bottom and another one is at the top. And here there is don't forget this server we can install. For this server we can install 4 hard drives at the back of the server. So write it at the above on the hard drive on the power supply units. Here is the backplane you can install. You can install 2 hard drive backplanes here, and you need to. And if you install 2 hard drive backplanes for this location, and don't forget to remove the jumper. This picture is for the first one, and this picture is for the second one. So the jumper is different. Actually, if you usually you needn't to install the backplane, but if you replace the backplane, so you need to change, to configure, to set the jumper. But I can give you a method how to use it. You can take a picture first and then set the jumper. And here is another type of the backplane is 2.5 and with the 12 slots. Actually, they are almost same, and just to remove. Maybe this one there is no lever at the bottom at each side of the server. Just remove the hard drive first, and second lift up, and so you can remove it. Here is some technical characteristics: CPU, cache, and QPI and RAM. Okay, remember there are 24 memory slots and support DDR4. The largest expansion memory is. And here is the hard drive controller. Optional 8-channel SAS, 6 GB and 12 GB disk hard drive controller, and RAID. So it depends on customer. Maybe customer will add a RAID card in server, but it depends. And this is the storage. Actually, I have showed the different layout and different configuration of the hard drive backplane. And here is the PCIe. For the PCIe, we can install the RAID card, network card, and any others. And here is the layout of the motherboard. Actually, most same as the last one. Memory, CPU, PCIe, and remember here, For 24 and 11 is the PCIe razor and interface. This one is belongs to the CPU CPU 1. Here for the memory, this one is belongs to the CPU 0 and this one belongs to the CPU 1. So also this one PCIe belongs to CPU 1 and this PCIe belongs to CPU 0. So it means that if there is only one CPU, so you can't install the PCIe, or almost you can install but it doesn't work. So it's for the PCIe. And usually we install the PCIe expander card. For example, we can install a PCIe expander card with 3 PCIe slots, so that you can install 3 PCIe card here for this slot, because there is an expander card. And here, please remember this model of the server is SA5212H5. Is Alibaba customized server only for Alibaba. This one, this model, this one is yellow. It's 2U. Why is 2U? Because this number is 2, so it means 2U. And left, right, front, back, cover. Here is the front view from left, and in vertical way, hard drive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and USB interface installation screw here, and the button and UID button and status indicator on the right of on the right here. And here is the 2.5-inch hard drive. Remember, the last term server can be installed into 4 hard drive, and for this one it's only 2 hard drive at the back of the server. Power supply and the ID button, USB, and the interface subcard port, VGA, and this one is RPMI management port, and for 10 is SFP, and here is the power button. So it's the physical server picture. We can install so many PCIe cards. Okay, it's for the when we can see the picture for the for after removing the top of the chassis. So fan is here. It's only 4 fans, and M.2 hard drive here can be installed too, and the OCP HBA card, and PCIe, and PCIe, and here is the power supply. And here we can almost 24 2.5 hard drives, NVMe or SSD. And it's the internal system, how it works with the CPU memory of this server. And here is another model of the server, SA5224M4A. This model, the motherboards and the CPU and memory.
这个是4个我们常认的，就说这个2不一定代表就是大部分这个1同学。
And but you see, for this server, it's 4 UH, but this number is only 2. So most of server, usually the second number means the H, but only except for this one. This one is 4U server, so please remember this one is 4U server. And here, from the picture, you can see the fan module and front hard drive module and the power switch board. Actually, this motherboard is very small according to compared to the last or the previous servers. And here is the technical of the CPU. How the CPU to control other parts of the motherboard. And here you see there are 6 holes at the bottom of the chassis to fix PSU backplane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, as marked in the right square in the picture. Match the holes on the PSU backplane and the chassis and use screws to fix PSU backplane on the chassis. And here is the PSU. At the top of the location is PSU 0, and this one is PSU 1. But remember, the PSU 1 first and second PSU 0. If there is only one single PSU, so it should be installed at the bottom of the server. And here is the motherboard. Set heatsink on the top of the CPU and fix it on the motherboard with the screws. Attention that the copper pie of the heatsink should be faced to the chassis, namely the direction of heatsink flow grooves is toward the front and the back of the chassis. And first, install the power adapter board to the motherboard, and then second, place the motherboard and the power adapter board in the chassis. Install this one to the motherboard first, and then install the entire parts into the chassis second. Okay, there are 12 screws, you see, in the red square. And here is the mini SAS interface of the with 12 ports backplane in the red frame of the picture. from the top to the bottom is 1 2 0 1 2 0. So don't forget the sequence, the order of the mini SAS port. 1 2 0. And when you install the fan module, put the fan into the fan tree first, then put the fan cable out and install and insert it to the motherboard, and finally install the whole fan module. In the rear view of the chassis, the cable of the fan 0 comes out from the lower right corner of the fan tree. The other cables of the fans come from the lower left corner. So actually this picture didn't show the corner almost at this location, this position. And here is for the backplane of the hard drive. Loosen up the fixed button first here, this one, this lever, and then put the backplane into the slot on the chassis, which is marked red, this picture here, and then press the backplane to make it match with the slot completely. Finally press down the button here, this button, this black button, and picture 2 for the motherboard to connect the cable. This is for the power interface. Here is the SATA 1 and 2. And here is the front NVMe hard drive installation guide. And the first backplane, first on the bottom of the NVMe SSD tray with the screws, and insert the backplane to the PCIe with 4 slots on the motherboard, and fix the tray on the motherboard at the same time. Cover the NVMe and fix with the screw, and push the upper cover of the tray towards the backplane to make sure NVMe drive can be installed. And at the same time, there is at the back of the NVMe there is another hard drive, almost the same with the front one. And okay, let's move to the fourth part, typical issue. The typical issue, we will give you a link. Here is the link, and you will get the username and the password and the PPT, and you can click the link and see the typical cases. For example, this one I clicked, and you will see it remove to another overseas and overseas. So you can see there are some typical issues on this link, and you also can search any other basic or typical issue on this page, and here with the search blank, and also others a typical issue. And for this typical issue, you can see from the title of the typical issue, it means Inspur 3108 40 cash rate card operation occurs ECC error handling strategy solution. Okay, firstly you can see the problem description. Actually it's same with the title, and you can see the records from the log or from the screen. You can see this error description, and then what's the reason cause this typical issue is the firmware, and what's the scope of the problem. What's wrong with this problem? The read card with this PN. Actually, what's the meaning of PN? PN means a part number. So actually, on each part of the spare parts of Inspur, you can see there is a label with PN and QN. And so PN means this type of this part, and QN like RD is unique for each one. For example, maybe 10 QNs, 10 different QNs belongs to with the same PN, because they belongs to the same type. And okay, here is the solution. So you need to upgrade, to refresh the firmware, and there is a note. The version number hasn't been changed, which same as the previous version, and it's necessary to judge whether there is any hidden danger according to a production date of the whole machine. Be sure to fresh firmware when replace spare parts. So it's some risk, some notes. So from title, problem description, fault analysis, scope problem, solution, and the news. So it's the content of the typical issue as an example. And here we can also click and have a look for this typical issue. Same title, fault phenomenon, scope, solution. Okay, this one there is a note. There is no note. Okay, it means log shows memory error but doesn't display slot information. It's a phenomenon. It causes if there is something wrong with the memory, and customer, we will get the ticket from a customer, but we can't get the information like the memory slot installation, memory slot information. So how to solve this problem? Here is the solution. When there is ECC alarm in BMC log, use command rpmr2 exe-h IP, and here is the command, and the machine SN log saves the SLE logs in the passable format like this. and open the log, and you can see the information. So the third typical issue is for this one, the title, environment, and the problem, phenomenon, and solution. And this one is about OS, operating system. So it's about Red Hat 6, Linux 6. And the problem is the UDV rule file 17 persistent net. The rules weren't created on system boot. Okay, here is the solution. Run as the following command. Here is the official website link. So the last one is this one. The hard drive replacement solution of Alibaba customized server. Okay, for this server, do remember it's for you server, and you can ignore this number. For most of the server, 2 means to you, 2 means the hit. Here is the description of the problem. And we can get the log and how to analyze this problem and the scope for the server, and here is the solution and the long-term plan. So when you face this phenomenon, this typical issue, you can search with a keyword in our knowledge base, and here is the link and the username and password. And so here is all for the product line. Okay, and another teacher will make a summary for this material. Inspur products.
'Hello, this is Johan. I want to make a conclusion of this course. Teacher John have tell us some products of Inspur. I want to make conclusion of those products. The first one, NF5170M4. It is a 1U server, and it can support about 8 or 10 hard drives, and also there is one SA52120M4 server. So I haven't write the server in the pointer. So and the server SA5212M4 server is a 2U server, but they are use the same motherboard. It means SF 5112 M4 server and SF 5212 M4 server are using the same motherboard. From the motherboard, we can see the server support the server supports the server supports 66 six memory, six memory. One CPU support per CPU support eight memories. NF5280 M4 server can support 25 hot drivers at the maximum. And it is a 2U server. 2U server. And another point I want to tell of you, it can support 24 memories, and the last server SA5 112 M4 server can only support 6 memories. It is a difference. This server is SF5212H5 is a customer's server only supplied to Alibaba. From the motherboard, we can see the server can support 24 memories. 24 memories. SF5224 M4A server is a 4U server. He can support 136 hard drivers and the 2 VU hard drivers and 2 inner NVMe SSD drivers. At last, Teacher John had taught us how to see the typical issues, and at the next course, we will tell us how to use the knowledge base, what we can find from the knowledge base, and we can use the username and the password to log in the log on the knowledge base and find some knowledge. So that's all. Anyone has questions?
Okay, thank you for the teacher Ted. Do you have any questions for this material? Hello everyone. Can you hear me?